less than a minute to go for race 2 on Sunday. This is race 6 for the regatta. This is the next to last race for the regatta. I think the line is a little more square this time. Last time it was definitely pin favored. And these guys are all close to each other. I'm a little surprised. I think the 9 Heises don't want to get squeezed here. They're in a pickle. They got a really fast boat to Leeward. Yeah, so that's a tough start for them. They have... Oh, they got... There you go. They got Kelly to Leeward. And really good start by Anton and Peter for the second... Peter for the second race. Race 2, just after the start. That jib is way out. So that means a lot of wind. I wouldn't go that much twist. These guys look very similar. If anything, Anton and Peter just have a little tighter jib. Race 2 Sunday, and there's a little more wind. We can actually see trapezing a little, and people have to be really careful about easing their mains. There's no real reason to ease the main. Just have the skipper move their upper body more. They just give the little juke out on their shoulders and make the skipper move a little bit. Don't just sit dead now. This is, I think this is actually 7 knots right through the middle here. Look at the speed Bella and Preston have. So our goal for them was to get their jib just a little tighter, and it makes the groove really hard, but it powers you up. So she might have, she's inside the spreader a little, and I definitely think they're in this race. And I'm not just gonna say the jib was it. I think we now have more wind, so she's having a little easier time keeping the boat going. I think the wind is shifted right here because she's hanging in with these guys. If anything, she's gained on these guys a little. So yeah, just a small little righty here. Jib definitely looser than not lose very much. That was actually pretty much the same as usual on this stuff. There you go, Sammy and Alice, really powered good. You see their jibs can be a little tighter. Bella needs to think about tacking here. She is pointed towards East Los Angeles here. Their jib isn't much tighter, but I think their jib is a little closer to the spreader. So again, too much twist in the jib, you lose power. She's got good wind here. Yeah, look at that. Not letting the main out, and just skipper just lean on it a little bit. That's one thing we're working on for sure. Is if the crew starts easing the main sheet in these conditions, they say, hey, I'm easing, and that essentially is telling the skipper that they got to hike a little in those pressure times during the race. Well, this race is better than the last race because they're actually getting more wind as we go up the beat instead of the last race where the wind died for the second half of the beat. towards me at all. Here are the gates right here. They're not coming towards me at all. So that means the wind is behind them. Like to our left here. So we'd be racing to this gate to my left. She should go right now. She's gonna beat him to this gate. Okay, so what happened to her is she had a big lead on green and she was right with those guys, but she's just going too high. The boats are very easy to want to get too much speed in these conditions. You've gotta learn how to bleed off speed and gain direction down the course. So she should get to the mark before him. Definitely looser there. So again, that's just going to depower you. We don't need to depower until the skipper is hiking. So one of the most common things people do is under trim the jib. You lose power. That's okay. So I think she's faster than him upwind and slower than him downwind by a lot. That's okay. It's just she's going so high, trying to get power, that she's just sailing extra distance. Race 2 on Sunday, second meet. I go at least 10 seconds here, 15 seconds. Then I think about jibing if I'm going to jibe. Yeah, but that can be risky because the other guys can jump on it, maybe get a little more pressure and gain and put pressure on you. So if you had a little bigger gap, my move would probably work better than if you don't have a big gap. This guy's right in the way. That's okay. Not quite right in the way. That was good. Wow, that was a close race. Almost got him. Last race, Memorial Day Regatta. Unfortunately, the wind has backed off again. And it's not all a weight game, but you know, when we're a bigger team, we got to practice really hard in light air and survive. And when we're a light team, we got to practice really hard in heavy air and learn to survive, because you know, sometimes people gain and you don't know why, and sometimes it's just weight. And we got to work on it like we are, as hard as we can on this light stuff when we're bigger. Getting every little component right. Here we go, last race. Uh-oh. Tough call. Wow. Bella did what I wanted her to do, which was to start 10 boat lengths to windward of everybody. Just get out there. We made some improvements. Again, the number one mistake people make in these boats is under trimming the jib. The jib is so tall and skinny that under trimming it by a little, and the leech is a lot more open. So these guys are just freaking out right now. So we're trying to win this race, and they might be having called over. So we'll see. Good practice this weekend for these guys. I think my one suggestion is I want these guys to try their jib in a little tighter. I think they have a little room to go a little tighter. The girls did their thing again. They just started to windward. Our goal for Noah here and Jack was to go with a little tighter jib than they were, and they are. They did a good job on this. They're already hanging. So I think this is a little bit of a left wind shift, so I'd be doing a fairway set. This is their 7th time in the boat. Taught themselves how to do it. Best race at the end.